there isn't really a countdown. It just kind of says you're live. And I'm live! That's how easy that is.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious.
It's a slow network, though. My internet's being its usual self. Being everyone's usual internet self. So yeah.
How do I get to it so I can see?
Go to just the main YouTube page. That.
Okay. Oh.
There it is.
Well, you'll have at least one viewer.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it going? It's still going. Alright. Oh, that's right. I need that other box. I need this little box. Right, yeah. Hello.
Oh, you apparently can read.
I can read them when they first pop up, and then they disappear. So that's why it's best to have like a YouTube monitor on the side. Because if not that much chats are never happening. Thank you. It's from Rockheart. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
A lot of WhatsApps.
Hey, Ruben. Hello, hello. I'm not able to see most of the chat that comes in, but thank you for chatting along. I must own one.
You can use that computer.
This one?
Yeah.
This one has the slow, and and I need to have the program running for.
Okay, then don't complain.
I got all the games. What happened before was I have 35 homebrews that I'm making, and I'm making them as repros. But it's a homebrew game, brand new Nintendo game, made specifically for this convention coming up. And I have 35 EPROMs, and I wrote the wrong size on each chip. So I had to take them. Unfortunately, I didn't solder them in place yet. I soldered 2 of them in place, and that's when I was like, oh, I put them the wrong size. So I still had to unsolder those other 2 and erase them. But then I had to go in and erase all of these. So they're all erased.
Are they all on the right thing now?
They are. It's set on the right one now. I made 2 of them just to make sure it worked.
And they are the correct
size. Yep, the correct size, the correct one. It works. It plays. I popped it in the system and everything. And I'm just gonna do a quick. I'm not soldering them perfectly in place, but I'm just soldering the beginning stages of it, so it'll be ready to go.
So much work.
Yeah, it's worth it though. It's all for charity.
Well, I think what happened was you were so busy talking in the chat you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Which is what happens. I mean.
So I wonder what happens. No one's done it yet.
What?
Oh, I see Retro Robbie in there. I only, like, on the phone itself, when you live stream, it only shows messages for, like, a second. It shows up, and then it kind of disappears. And if there's, like, more than one, it shows, like, 1 or 2 or 3, and then they all just kind of disappear. So they don't stay on the thing. So you have to, like, watch it through a monitor, which my wife is... I see it in the background there. So I see Robbie. What did he say?
It just has all the regulars.
Yeah.
Do you want this computer, and then I'll just go in the bedroom?
No, it's okay.
I don't mind.
Just want to see what's up. What's up is my poor connection. Now it says bad connection. Huh. Not bad connection. That's that Sega CD looking connection. I don't want Sega CD. I want Dreamcast looking.
What about PS4?
Oh, geez. You don't want that. You don't want that much detail. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
PFTW says no.
Hey, Andy. These UN ROMs are a one-of-a-kind.
Robbie says Sega CD 144p.
Yeah.
Trash stuff?
Yep. Trash stove. It's that purple bird that had bangs.
Oh, I've seen people comment.
Yeah.
Those.
It just kind of came out of nowhere. And now it's popular for the week. So I put it in Joust. As a quick.
Jonathan Riviera.
Hey, Jonathan.
Says hi.
Well, I say hello back. My name is not Jonathan, although people have called me Jonathan. My name is John, with an H. And they're like, you know, like, oh, this is Jonathan Rigg'd. It's like, nope. Nothing against the word Jonathan, or the name Jonathan. It's not short for anything.
You're short enough as it is.
I'm short enough as it is. That's right. Look at this bullfrog looking thing. Look.
Robbie says you looked really happy with your animated rigs designed by Wood.
Yeah, I know. That cracked me up. It was funny because I had two, around the same time I had two separate people I know on social media that do graphic design work reach out and say like, hey, if you want a cartoon done of yours, and I've always kind of wanted one. I'm gonna look at yours. Robbie's cartoon is awesome, and Barnacle had one too. So I was like, I kind of want to get one, but not really. I just didn't even think about it. So then two people reached out at the same time saying, hey, if you need a cartoon done, let me know. So I said, yes, please.
Did you use water with this?
Yes. I know we don't have any milk right now.
Oh, I thought you got milk on the way home.
Mm-mm. I got gas. And then the gas station I was going to.
You had gas, I hear you.
No, I got gas at the gas station, and that gas station didn't have milk. So I was like, I don't want to go to a store just for that. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So Wood offered, and the other dude offered too, but I was like, oh, cool, I'd love to get a cartoon of myself for, just to see what it would look like, and, I could maybe even put it on a shirt that I could wear at conventions or sell or whatever. Not that anyone's going to ever buy it. And that's when the other dude was like, oh, no, this is just for, like, your avatar and stuff. You can't put it on a shirt. I was like, what? But I'm paying you money for that. Once I have it, I should be able to do it other things. Like, I don't know. That's a different thing. That's like a business, whatever. So I was like, okay, I understand from a artist's point of view that he doesn't want me to put it on a shirt. So I didn't buy one from him. I bought one from Wood, and that's exactly how it went down.
Zachary, you're asking what's a super chat do? If you pay money, then your thing just turns blue.
Yep. Super chat means if you donate to the channel,
it shows up.
Then your chat shows up highlighted and stays at the top of the screen as a highlighted super chat thing. So if you wanted to give a shout out to your channel or just say, hey, thanks for everything you do, here's $1.
And yes, we remember you, Jonathan Riviera.
Of course I know Jonathan.
Rivera.
You don't think I know you, Jonathan?
It's not Riviera, it's Rivera, right?
Rivera?
Just making sure I'm saying it right.
Who's thinking I don't know him?
Oh, no, he was just asking if you remembered him.
Jonathan. You're hurting my feelings, Jonathan. Of course I remember.
When will you start doing SE and NES?
I've done a couple.
Repros.
I don't really do... I get more requests for 8-bit Nintendo than anything. So, I can do Super Nintendo. And I have. I don't get as many requests for them. Because usually most of the repros I do sell are like the stupid little hacks I make.
Sorry, I'm having fun with this bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, the popping in the background is bubble wrap. It's not your
some ASMR stuff.
Yeah, this will be part ASMR. Me talking about whatever you're asking questions about and.
Hi, CD.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
When you have a long name, I'm just like...
Something or other gaming.
I will say it close enough. Oh, please say that's Jesus Bear and not Jesus Bear. Because that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
The Jesus Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin says good evening.
Who says good evening?
Kevin Hill.
Oh, Kevin. Cool. Kevin.
I recognize some names.
I've seen Kevin pop up before.
Alejandro says, so you do take requests from your subscribers.
Alejandro. Oh,
Don't.
for you, Alejandro, I got one song.
John,
for you.
I swear.
And it's not even.
No one can be named Alejandro ever again on this. And you'll do it wrong, and it'll be the ABBA song, and then you'll be like, "Oh no, it's not that.
It's not the Lady Gaga song. It's. I can see it in the air tonight. The stars were bright. Alejandro. That's all I got for you, dude. What?
What's gonna creep me out is
you roll your eyes at ABBA.
Start doing that like
when
you're asleep at night.
I'm gonna be sleeping, sleep singing. What if I did that and like the band ABBA was in the chat room, and they're like, "Oh, we need you to go on tour with us."
Right. That's totally.
Isn't that how it usually works?
That's exactly what will happen.
It's how it worked for the new lead singer for Journey. He just did some. He was in a Journey cover band.
Yeah, but he actually sang good.
No, he did. He sang really good. He actually sings really good. So, I don't know. Jaron!
I know he does it every time. No more.
Okay, fine. No
more.
All right. That may have been the last time then. It's a great name though, Alejandro.
It's a very sexy name. You're right.
I'm sure it does it translate to anything? Is it like?
It translates to you not singing anymore.
Like, I don't know, like, is it named after someone? Like, because I've heard the name Alejandro a few times. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Because my name is John. John's like just, yay, biblical John.
Shall we call you Jan?
Johan?
Johan.
Man, I wish I was a Johan.
Robbie says you can call him Roberto.
Roberto. Hey, that's kind of a...
Or you can mispronounce it and call it Roberto.
Roberto. Roberto. That's kind of a...
Roberto.
That's your Italian.
That's a Latin lover.
That's your Italian coming out at you.
Italian lover.
Yep. The only Italian Canadian you'll ever see in your life.
Unless you find another one.
Unless you find the other one.
No.
Maybe that's true.
Somebody's asking, are you going to do a blind trade again?
I am going to do a blind trade again. I need to get... Jaron!
You need to get Jaron.
I need to get Jaron asleep.
Eventually he'll fall asleep.
I know. Oh,
we
dude.
can throw, like, Benadryl.
I just want to get finalized with all the other things I have. Like, especially, like making all these stuff. I want to get all this stuff out of the way first. And then I totally want to do another blind trade.
Robert Rodriguez showed up.
Oh, cool.
Saying, did someone call my name? No, because your name's not Roberto.
I bet it is. He just goes by Robert.
Hello.
Jaron.
I'll go take care of it in 2 seconds.
No, Jaron needs to just take care of himself. I can see you.
No. You just go by Robert.
Oh, that's fine too. We used to have neighbors when we lived in Idaho Falls. They were as Hispanic as you can. They were Hispanic. I mean, just whatever. But they were like, oh hi, they were like, hey, I'm Mike, and this is my wife Jessica. And we're like, come on, you're Miguel, and her name's Jessica. Come on now. But it turned out I was right. But they go by Mike and Jessica.
And then if I was Spanish, I'd be Micaela.
Micaela?
Micaela.
I'd be Juan.
Oh, Kevin Hell knows Idaho Falls.
Do you? Yeah, we lived in Idaho Falls for about 5 years. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25... No, 24. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
I can call you Al.
Jaron.
Al.
Alberto.
Al. And someone says, hola. And somebody is from Nevada.
Nevada?
And no one's getting beaten up. It's just our son knocking on the ding door.
Yeah.
Because that's what he loves to do.
He should be asleep, but doesn't understand why.
I'm going.
Doesn't understand why
He just said no.
He's like, no.
when you knock knocks.
Nope.
It's not a knock.
It's a guttural. It's a very guttural knock.
Hey.
He's in his room trying to sleep, but doesn't understand why he's supposed to be sleeping at night. Why should he be sleeping when he's awake? He should be playing or something. I gotta look over here to see who else is saying that. You're awesome. Hi, I think you're awesome, dude. Ohio, cool.
You will be in trouble.
Curtain
real fast, sorry.
Oh, he took his curtain down?
Yep.
Dude, alright. Yeah, when my son gets anxious or something, he pulls his curtain down. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, hold on. I can see it in the air tonight. Hey. Hello again. I can position this maybe a little bit like over here. And then I can kind of see this chat a little bit easier. Super chat. For some reason it was highlighted. So anyway, the game itself that I'm making is a new homebrew that's to be sold for charity, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We wanted to use all new parts, so we're not destroying old games. However, because of the type of game it is, to use all new parts would have costed a whole lot more money of a budget than we had. So I was like, you know what? How about if we say it's for charity, then we won't feel so bad for destroying a bunch of Silent Service games. And I like Silent Service for the Nintendo, that submarine game. I know it gets doesn't really get a lot of crap for anything. Just super, super common. But I do like that game. And I already have one. Actually, I think I have about 3. As game getting goes, these aren't all Silent Service games, but the easiest ones to make are Silent Service, or is to use Silent Service. Let's see. You can watch past videos on how to do some game hacking. That's true. I keep them all in that playlist. Silent Service is a good game. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Eric, how you feeling, man? Yep, I'm on Patreon at your convenience. Roger Clemens Baseball can be created into anything good. Roger Clemens, I think it can. Let me open up another window here, and I'll find out really quick, dude. I'll use the chat window's way over here. Running out of space here. There's a website I go to that you can type in a game and it'll tell you what circuit board it takes, and then you can make anything off of that circuit board with that game. So Roger Clemens Baseball. Let's have a look. Let's say if I had a Roger Clemens Baseball from LJN, it is it's LJN. Oh, they use an Acclaim board. Oh, dude. Yeah, I can't use anything with Roger Clemens, it looks like. AKKL. No, it's not KK, it's CC, but it looks like KK. CCLAIM. John Lester sells Acclaim boards. I bet the Acclaim board can be a something or other. But all the Acclaim boards are all US games. It's all Alien 3, Smash TV. No, I know someone who made a hack using Alien 3 to put on a cart. I bet it can be something. It looks kind of like an SK-ROM or something. I don't know, I haven't really looked into it, dude.
A scrom.
A scrom. Anyway. Yeah. Your best bet is just to grab that Roger Clemens baseball, and if you ever sell a Nintendo set, just throw that in there too. Have you done that? It's like this Nintendo set comes with 10 games, and it's like Roger Clemens baseball, Mario Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet, like 2 copies of like Skate or Die, a gauntlet with a missing label, Top Gun 2. And some 10-gun. Gotta throw in some weird 10-gun game in there too. Like an RBI maybe. Not Tubin, I like Tubin. Tubin. Yeah, there's a few games I get sometimes. Now I try not to destroy all the games I get anymore, but I used to. No, I used to like, ooh, I don't like this game. What else can I do with it? And there's a few games that are just like, man, you can't really do much with anything. I mean, a couple of them are like glop tops, so you can't do anything with them. Like World Heroes was one that came out. Is it World Heroes? No, not World Heroes. World Games. I was like, that's one I really can't do much with. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Tubin.
Yeah. You're floating there on the river on an inner tube. And you're like chucking. Yeah, you have to like get all the cans and watch out for like
or you
whirlwinds.
Play a tuba. Tubin.
Play the tuba.
Yep.
What a great game.
What?
Tuba Hero.
Cool Rad NES says almost at 15K subs. That's pretty rad.
Oh, that is rad. Congrats, dude. Yep, is that Steven?
Cool Rad NES.
Yep. He went through a name change. When I first met him, he was Captain Awesome or something like that. One of my there's a few. I've had a few people on this channel that have been around since like pretty much the dawn of my YouTube channel.
Oh, he's talking about you, sweetheart. You're almost at 15K.
Oh yeah, I am. Sorry.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought you were talking about yourself. I was like, dude, that's great. Congrats.
And somebody says that they're digging the Mega Mansion.
Yep. Rock Heart, HART, on Twitter, Instagram, etc. They were at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and they had these shirts, and they have a bunch of black shirts. I mean, like when you go to any convention, video game or not, like any kind of geeky convention, which is anything that ends with the word convention, almost everyone wears black shirts. It's like black. I mean, unless you're Retro Robbie with his Kelly Kapowski shirt.
That's awesome. Really?
No, it's literally like at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, the best shirt in the whole convention floor. I think he got more compliments on that than than his awesome collection.
That's way cool.
But everyone wears just like this dark black shirts. I don't know if it's because people sweat a lot or something. I don't know. I can't wear black because I have psoriasis. So me wearing a black shirt makes it look like I always have dandruff, always. So I just choose. I mean, I have a couple of black shirts, but I choose shirts with color. And this shirt here, fortunately, was the only non-black T-shirt they had. So I got this one, and it's super comfy, and I love it. I love T-shirts. Even when I have to wear a button-up shirt, I'll still wear a T-shirt underneath it. So is my life. I got psoriasis. I got a right hand that works 40% of capacity. I stutter sometimes.
Are you telling everything that you've got going for you? Well, I'm alive, so I've got that going for me.
Yeah, well, I'm still alive, so there's something.
I'm 6'5", so blah blah blah.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not all cracked up to be either. It's a long fall down when you slip on ice. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Yeah, but you can reach stuff without asking for help or climbing up on stuff.
No, that's true. But you also hit your head on stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, I'd be happy to be a little taller.
In the words of Skilo,
I wish I was a taller.
wish I was a little bit taller. So the baller. Girl, if I did, I'd call her.
God knows I woke up above the dirt today.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Not everyone can say that. It's a good sign.
I'm not living in a van by the river, so that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, so at least I got that going for me. Which is nice. Like that Bill Murray, the Caddyshack meme.
It always makes me smile and laugh when tall people are like, oh man, being tall is so not cool. And I'm like, yeah, but...
Trade me bodies.
But I can't reach anything, and you will put stuff up so the kids can't reach it, but it really means I can't reach it.
You're like, I can't reach that.
You're like, oh, look at this awesome...
We had that little step stool thingy.
Even with the step stool, I'm too short.
Ah! That was the first error sound I got in this entire batch from all the ones I wrote and then erased. Nope. All right, this one's going back in the Nucro fire. Oh jeez, I should probably clean up.
Yeah.
Period. The end. I should probably clean up. All right.
Yes, Kevin, it is wifey sabotage.
It's not sabotage.
So he'll put down candies that he likes because he knows I won't touch them. But he'll put up the chocolates that I would totally be all for eating a bite of.
Yeah.
And then I can't reach them.
I'll just put all these like right there. There we go.
Somebody's asking, will you be on MJR again?
I am. In the Northwest, in Washington State, it's been snowy, it's been raining, it's been icy. We had black ice this morning in my town. So when it's safe enough to drive back to, like, he lives in Seattle, and I live on which is on the west side of Washington, and I live on the east side of Washington, which means I have to drive over the Cascades, which is a mountain pass. And there's been avalanche control. There's been a lot going on that hill. So when it lightens up a little bit, whatever that may be, we've talked about it. We've talked about video ideas. He himself has been pretty sick recently, and went on vacation for a little while. So, even he's been kind of taking a break.
He was sick, so he went on vacation.
Yeah. Well, no, he was.
I know. I'm teasing.
First one, then the other. But no, we've talked about some other video ideas to do in the future, and he also has other friends who live there. So I know he just filmed a bunch with Reggie. He's planning on probably this weekend we'll film a bunch more with Kelsey. So plenty of time. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it's always fun going over there. When time allows.
Rowan says it's because of MJR that he found your channel.
Oh, see?
And then Robbie says, see Woody's video, or Woods, not Woody's.
Yeah.
Video today. And then I think that's our Matt. Matt Thomas?
Which Matt?
Is that our Matt? Matt, are you our Matt?
Matt, are you our Matt? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yay!
I don't know. He just, It
is!
He just...
It's our Matt! Hi, Matt!
Matt just schooled me today on the art of art trading, ATCs, art trading cards, right? He was just telling me.
Yeah.
I've never heard of these. You have?
Yeah, like I think on DeviantArt where it's usually they would both two people would trade art basically
On a little trading card thing. I've never heard of that. I think it's a great idea. And Matt was talking about that, and Matt said that he wants to maybe drop a couple of things and send them our way.
Oh, that's awesome.
So would always appreciate that. I've never heard of them.
How come I've heard of them?
Because you like art.
Yeah, that's true.
When I look at a piece of art, I'm like, wow.
That's art.
Where do you plug it in?
Oh my gosh.
Look at the resolution on this thing.
You're dark.
No, I like paintings and stuff. You know, I don't know. It's like I think it looks cool. You know, it's certainly a talent I don't have.
Somebody's working on a double-sided NES card.
Who's working on the double-sided NES card?
Keelito.
I'm going to be working... Oh, dude, yeah. I still want to do that so bad, but I have to either get a jigsaw to cut it perfectly and then glue both sides together, or if I had access to a 3D printer. And I have friends who have 3D printers, but I don't want to bug them about it. I bug them about enough stuff as it is. But, because games, traditionally... Oh, I got it. What that? Yeah, this.
Robert Rodriguez says that he has a buddy from Yakima, Washington.
Oh, cool. I live in Yakima, Washington. But like games like this, the actual circuit board's about that big. Sometimes. There's only a couple of them that actually take up the whole thing. But I figure if you grab a game that's about that big, you could do that side there, and then 3D printing or whatever, cut the other side like this, so you can either put the game in this way, or there's some older Atari games. I almost said Atari. There's some old Atari games that did that, had the double-sided thing. Oh, that was the coolest thing ever. But if it works, man, let me know. And if it does work, make another one for me.
Can you see?
I can see a little bit. Hey, Ryan. There's Ryan. I just saw Ryan earlier today on Instagram, getting ready for some Nintendo modding or something. A reversible NES cartridge. Well, if that's possible. What PCB does Metroid? This Metroid proper, the old-fashioned Metroid, is an SK-ROM, which is interesting. And here's why it's interesting. Because Metroid is a password game. In Japan, it was a Famicom Disk System game that saved the game. But then on the Nintendo cartridge, it's an SK-ROM without a battery. But there's a spot where a battery could be, but there's no batteries, which leads me to believe, I wonder if they had plans on making it a battery game but ran out of time or something like that. Kid Icarus, same way. Kid Icarus, you can save it on the Super Famicom Disk System. No, the Famicom Disk System. But it's on an SK-ROM with no battery. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. But the Metroid Rogue Dawn is on a TK-ROM, which does have a battery. And it's
Crom?
Yes, a TK-ROM. I don't know if the letters actually stand. I mean, ROM, I know what ROM stands for, but I don't know if the other letters actually mean anything or if it's just
Total killing.
It's not total killing.
Total killer.
It's not. Okay, yeah. Oh, Rogue Dawn goes on a TK-ROM. And a buff TK-ROM. But one of the chips has to be the 512K. So you have to do like a M27C 4001, or just use the Infinite NES Lives flash board. And that works too. That's actually probably easier.
Somebody's asking if you made a Famicom cart for the NES?
I never have. I could. I just haven't.
Either one of the kids are up or there's a ghost walking around.
Yeah, I heard footsteps. Could be the ghost, though. I had one of those Facebook memories, like like, this day in history or whatever, and it was about our ghost that lived in Casper. I used to live in Casper, Wyoming. Ironically, Casper, we had a ghost. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Totally had. I mean, and I was skeptical before I moved there, but we totally had a ghost in that house. There's no other way to explain it. All the weird stuff that happened there. Captain Retro.
Making a Castlevania one.
Are you making
Captain?
Are you making the Captain
Retro.
Captain Retro Castlevania game that millions are clamoring for? Millions, really? I'll take you to YouTube Town.
And then somebody's asking if you've ever thought about making yourself an arcade cabinet.
I would love, love, love a MAME cabinet, which I know is not exactly what you asked for. However, I would still love one. It's funny, I've had this thing going for a while, and it turns out the light wasn't even on. There's a little, with these EPROMs, that window there is what can make them erase by UV light, like a tanning salon or the sun will erase them after being exposed to it for so long. So I have a little tanning box specifically for EPROMs.
So you have to expose.
Yes, I have to make it exposed.
That's hilarious.
But I didn't have it plugged in, so the light wasn't on. It was just ticking away, but the light wasn't on, so it didn't.
Can you read okay?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
I was just watching your pickup video. You found the competition cart, right? Kevin. What else did I see? Oh, and the Jetsons Super Nintendo game flies under the radar on so many lists that I keep forgetting that there is at Jetsons. It's like the Jetsons, the Search for Aliens or something weird. But it was a Super Nintendo game. All of the Jetsons games, Nintendo, Game Boy, etc., are usually pretty sought after because I used to have the Jetsons Nintendo game, and I sold it. So I love video games, but I love money. Huh?
There's a new person in our chat.
A new person? Mm-hmm. Here comes a new challenger.
Maynard? Mr. Maynard.
Oh, hey. Hey, Riggs in chat. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Then, this is the only game, UN ROMs are the only game that I take that end piece and then bend it towards the other one so I can just solder it in place. When I first started making UN ROM games, which I don't necessarily like making, but I like them because there's only one chip. You don't have to use two chips.
Jason's asking, what's the next semi-local convention? Wouldn't that be the Pallets for Kids?
Who's asking? Who's asking?
Jason Almont?
I don't know. It's all good. Jason, for like Pacific Northwest?
Would be Cowlitz, right?
Or what area do you live in? And I'll tell you the answer.
When we get back.
When we get back from our Snapchat break.
He's in Olympia.
Olympia, Washington? Wow. That's cool.
So that'd be the Cowlitz.
Cowlitz, the Cowlitz Gamers for Kids Expo is April 1st. That would be the next one. Other than
there's a toy and game one coming up.
Yeah, and then there's
April 8th.
It used to be called Retro Revolution. It's I don't know if you know Emilio, but it's Emilio's thing, and it's in Renton, and that one's really cool too. It's just like a one day, just vendors, no panels. You know, just show up and sell some stuff, and it's games and toys. So you'll find like classic Transformers, He-Man, Ghostbusters, and that one's fun to look at too. I'm not a huge toy collector, but I love those. I love looking at them.
But Cowlitz is the best because it's for kids.
That's true too. Yep. The Renton one is great, but it's for my pocket, which is for feeding my kids, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to
No, I know.
care about others.
In fact,
too.
these games I'm making right here is for the Cowlitz show. And I totally messed up on this board. I want to put that one aside for now.
Retro Revolution?
It used to be called Retro Revolution. Now it's called the it's not RenCon.
And that would be April 8th, right?
I think it's called Renton City Retro. It's on the same RenCon Facebook page though.
And isn't it April 8th?
And that's April 8th, I believe, yeah. Which is like a week later. May.
Night Captain Retro.
Oh, see it, Captain. And I believe May is the Vancouver Expo in Canada, which I've never been to. I need my passport, need my enhanced license to go to Canada now. And I'd love to check that out because, hey, it's in Canada.
Oh, that's
Can I have
nice.
some solder?
The Jason guy wants to take his little cousin to a couple.
Oh, sure. Well, the Cowlitz one would be great. Portland's the best, but it is an assault on the senses. There's so much going on there. And then the Seattle one is coming up in June.
Kevin, are you leaving? If you are, have a good night too. Sorry.
All right.
I'm yawning.
You're Yanni. I hear you. See you, Kevin. Do you take your kids? I don't take my kids because we have 3 of them, and I can't watch my kids. And I usually get a booth whenever I go to conventions. And if I went to a convention, they would want to run everywhere, so I can't watch them. And one of them, there's no slowing down on them. So, but I was thinking about taking my kids to the Cowlitz one, or at least the daughters.
Good night, Kevin.
Game Boy reproductions. I saw your question. Like, I don't know how to do those. I think they're all done through flashcards, which is basically the game is already programmed, or the board is already programmed the way it should be with all the chips and all that. You just put it in a program and say, like, make this game here, and then it makes it. So I can't do that like these, like I'm doing now here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't believe that. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, that's right. Didn't look right for a second. Yeah, that would be right. Chicken wings. I love chicken.
Are you using donor cards?
Yeah, for these ones I am, because I don't like to, didn't want to, but this is for charity. That's the excuse I'm using on why I did it. I know it's no excuse, but still, trying to get away from destroying old video games. But A, it's for charity, and B, I don't have a B, it's for charity. Oh, and it was way more cost efficient to do it this way than to use new boards, get all the chips you need. This specific style of game, if it was almost any other mapper of a board, then it would have been easier to do the other route. And probably cheaper.
There's somebody from the Netherlands.
The Netherlands? Oh, is it,
Rick, correct?
Oh, Rick. I don't know Rick. Hey, Rick, how you feeling, man? There was another guy from the Netherlands that popped in a couple days ago or so. For some reason, other countries love their imports. I mean, hold on. Retract that.
Wow.
Other countries love their retro games.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's because they're still considered new there, or it's just the cheaper way to play games because they have them still or something. I don't know.
The guy saying yes me, so maybe he was on.
Oh, there was Mikkel or something like that. Was if you were there too? That's yeah. I remember talking to some dude named. It looked like Michael, but it was like Mikkel or something like that from the Netherlands. I was like, that's awesome.
He says, "Is there any way to tell it's a repro, or maybe it was just made different?"
For a Game Boy game?
No. He said, sorry, hold on.
It's all right. Go for it.
To the thingy. I picked up a weird NES cart thinking maybe a repro. It was the Flintstones, but slightly different gray and heavier, and no sticker, just a label with Flintstones in it.
The only way to really tell is by opening it up. And if you open it up and the chips look like this, they have a window on them, it's a repro. Nintendo doesn't make games that have these chips. This is an EEPROM, which means you can erase it and program something else on there. If you see wires coming out of these chips, it's definitely a repro. So it's hard to say.
Then somebody asked, what are your top 3 NES games you couldn't live without?
I couldn't live without Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. Princess Tomato and the... No, I'm just kidding.
Would you not?
Zelda 2 is my favorite, is my go-to favorite video game of all time. Is it really my favorite video game of all time? Probably not. But it's my go-to, hey, what's your favorite game of all time? And I do love Zelda 2, especially when I first played it. It's monotonous now when I try to play it, but for its time, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I really do like Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom, too. I'm not just saying that. I don't know. Like, Shadowgate? You see Shadowgate over here. But then it's like, I can play through Shadowgate from start to end in like 20 minutes and be like, all right.
Castlevania.
You know what's funny? Castlevania's all right. I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan in the world. And I love Castlevania. But I'm not gung-ho about it. They're like, oh my god, Castlevania. It's like, that's good. Has great music. I'll give it that. I do like I love Symphony of the Night. It's funny, Castlevania is one of the only, me as a retro gamer, born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, lived in the 90s. Castlevania is the only series I prefer the later versions of than the earlier versions. Like, the first one, of course, is classic. I liked it. It's hard as hell. I can't beat it. Castlevania 2 is actually probably my preferred Castlevania game, because it's Metroidvania, before it was called Metroidvania. I love Castlevania 3. That one's really, really good. But, Symphony of the Night for the PlayStation is my favorite Castlevania game. I love the DS versions of Castlevania. Never got into, the PlayStation ones, the 3D ones. I tried them. It's just not for me.
Somebody says, are there any modders or hackers that inspire you or influence your work?
Pack and Sack Dave is I am a last but a novice to his mastership. I'm like the sorcerer's apprentice when I'm around Pack and Sack Dave. When I see his work, I feel like I'm little Mickey Mouse with the blue hat, trying to make my magic. And here's Pack and Sack Dave just throwing stuff together as far as modding or hacking games and the graphics and putting in. Yeah, I've learned a lot, and he's a friend of mine too, and he's taught me a lot. But I'm not I don't do a whole lot of, I don't do system mods. I don't do I've had friends put lights in their Nintendo cartridges, so when they turn them on, the Nintendo cartridge itself lights up. And I don't do those. I like to do little simple hacks, like putting my friends in Nintendo games, or I just recently did a video of that stupid trash dove, that purple bird on Facebook that headbangs. I put that in Joust, and I turned that into a video of hey, let's put the bird in Joust. I like doing more stuff like that, just simple fun, for silly. And sometimes I do sometimes I start them and I never even finish them. And
yes, it is bubble wrap. Sorry.
Yep.
I love using my hands right now.
This is the ASMR version of the live stream. So yeah, it's bubble wrap. Which, by the way,
play with something right now.
That was good bubble wrap too. I could
sorry.
have used that in shipping, by the way.
I'm really sorry.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. By the way, if you ever want bubble wrap for free, go to the post office and get a bunch of those priority bubble wrap envelopes, because those are free, assuming you use priority mailing. And then just use that for the bubble wrap, and then when you put your stuff in a box,
Somebody
they'll never
asked,
know.
Aren't repros illegal, especially when you sell them? I think as long as you write that they're repros, then it's considered okay. But if you're trying to play it off as if it was
like legit,
then yeah, that's completely.
Now, and
I don't know if it's illegal so much as immoral and asshole-ish.
And that's always gonna be the cause, or that's always gonna be.
Take this away from me. Do you have anything else I can play with?
That's the $1 million question. Is like, is it illegal? Probably in some element. Probably no more so illegal than all the other crap they sell, like all the other like licensed, non-licensed crap they sell on Etsy and DeviantArt and all that, where it's like, hey, this is my work. It's like, no, you drew a picture from Stranger Things. It is asshole-ish for sure, but I don't sell things on a grand scale. I would fear for the people who have websites and all that.
Where is our fidget cube? I could totally play with that. Jaren has it, right?
Oh, we do have a fidget cube. It's probably in the other room.
I totally need something to play with.
Well, we have a fidget cube. Those things are pretty fun, too. Yeah, I'm almost done. It's just got a few of them left. Right.
Here, take this from me. I will not stop playing with that.
Oh, it's all flat now.
No, there's still like a few.
Oh, there is. Well, this was a good one. This was like the envelope.
I know. Sorry.
I could have used this.
Well, don't put it near me then.
I didn't put it near you. You sat near it.
Ooh, there's chopsticks. I can play with chopsticks.
Yeah, I prefer grocery bags. I like grocery bags because I'm always using them for like trash bags for like the bathroom, and if I'm just like, oh, I need to pick up the kitchen really quick, I just grab a grocery bag and just put whatever random elements of garbage. Like I see an empty pop cup over there, mine. Empty beer bottle over there, mine. The KFC box, the ramen packet, the hot chocolate packet. So I'll just go around the kitchen and put them all in there. Anywhere we can purchase your custom rum without the... Oh, like, if you want to make your own repros, and like you don't want to get the EEPROM programmer, you just want to like get the ROM, like you just want to buy these that are pre-programmed and then do it yourself. I thought about doing that. Just like I'll put the game on the cartridge, and then send them all the stuff. It's like, yeah, you put it together. I should do that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be like a blind trade sometime down the line. I don't know. And like, I want to do themed blind trades. Like the last one was kind of fun. But the next blind trade, I don't know. Like I almost want to do like I'm going to send you, like I got 5. I don't know if I want to do 10 again. 10 was, that was rough. It was like $60 in shipping.
I could include like one of my Korean masks in each one.
There we go. Like like maybe the next, like my next blind trade might be like, I'm going to send you, like I'm going to send everyone one of my random repros. It could be anything. Could be good, could be stupid. It could be a game I haven't sold in the last 5 conventions I went to, but you'll get something. And you send me whatever. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, no, 24. Why do I keep saying 25? It's supposed to be 24. Oh, and then the second to last one, which I'll bend up and over, and then the final one, I bend it into place. Boop. Boop. These are already prepped. I kind of want to do a snack one of these times, too. It's like, I'll send you a candy bar. You send me something.
I'll send you a half-eaten Cheetos.
Also, yes, that's right. You have the rest of the... I'll send you the rest of my Takis. You send me... whatever.
I think it'd be cool if you did like a homemade thing. Where you send something that you made.
I can't make anything.
You can make repros.
Oh, yeah. I suppose.
What you could do is make, everybody their own Nintendo cart.
Like put themselves on a game.
Yeah.
That it takes long enough to do one, let alone.
We'll just do like 2. Or something.
It'll still take a long time. No, I do want to do more of that though. I want to finish this project, and I have a couple of other things like that I've already promised that are actually done. I just need to do that, but I'm just stuck doing this because I want to get this done. So it's all ready to go for the kids. Move on with my life. I'm not making any money doing this either. This is just for... It's all for charity. Well, and that's not true. I'm doing this in trade for a booth. So, and then I'll sell stuff, and then I'll make some more money, hopefully. I usually don't make a whole lot of conventions, but if it pays for the hotel and pays for the booth, I can usually buy something for my kids while I'm at the convention, like stuffed animals for the kids.
Not for me.
And not for Pookie.
Really?
I'll get a stuffed animal. Pokemon Pookie.
I'm
Cute.
still trying to find Mew.
A Mew stuffed animal?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make Mew stuffed animals anymore, do they? I don't think they do.
They do. I think it's just...
I don't think they... I haven't seen one.
Oh, there's somebody from Russia.
From Russia?
And then they spoke in Russian.
Oh, well, there you go. Hello, people from Russia. I am half Russian. My mother's... I think I told so this and the other one, but... my mother's side's Russian. So
And they ask if you
I'm
heard
half
if all
Russian.
the booths are committed.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. The booths for the Cowlitz show?
Yes.
Yes. Those are all sold out and have been for a while, unfortunately. But you can still show up and hang out and have fun.
And then, of course, there's the person
Yep.
from New Zealand.
Or do what I see a lot of other people do at conventions, and what I used to do too, is bring your stuff with you and use your trades, or like whatever you have, like bring it as trade bait, and go and say like, hey, do you accept trades? Here's what I got. I don't really advertise that I accept trades, but I'm always happy to look.
Or you can just walk around with a bag and it has a sign that says, I have this.
Yeah. Oh, dude. My buddy does exactly that. He just has a backpack, and then on his backpack he says, "Here's what I have, and here's what I'm looking for."
Somebody saw a Mew plush at EB Games. We don't have an EB Games near us.
That's GameStop. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I totally need that. I need a Mew.
A Mew stuffed animal.
I do.
Nobody. You do not need a Mew stuffed animal.
Everyone needs a Mew stuffed animal. Oh, he doesn't know if they still have it.
All right. Well, thanks for the heads up. We do have a GameStop. It's on the other side of town, where I rarely am. Not that our town's that big. It takes me all of 15 minutes to drive there, but. As long as it's not a train. We have a train that runs right through the middle of town, and there's a couple of roads that have the train overpass or underpass. But of course, I always, without thinking about it, drive on the road that doesn't. Some ways, and the train goes through town several times a day.
Did they have a Mew plushie on them?
I don't know.
You should go after it.
What are you doing? What am I doing? What are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm making these homebrews for the Cowlitz Gamers for Kids Expo that are going to be sold for charity. TNC syrup hack with Ninja Turtles would be cool. Feasible? Probably. I've never looked at TNC syrup design for hacking. But it's funny, Paul Tessie is a friend of mine, and he loves TNC Surf Design. I should put him in that game. He's a competitive gamer. He has like high scores and like the Twin Galaxies lists and all that, and he's an insane. Just watching him play like a shmup is just crazy. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We can put Tony Hawk in the skateboarding part. And they put the Ninja Turtles in the surfing part.
I used to love the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Which one was it that I really liked?
You liked
the CKY song on it.
I think you liked 2.
Was it 2?
Yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Back when
I
Bam...
swore it was 3.
Maybe it was 3.
It was before Bam.
Bam wasn't in this one?
No.
Okay. I think that helped. I think like the whole Jackass thing helped with the Tony Hawk games. It was like, oh, you can play as Bam. It's like, well, yeah, he's a sponsored skater who happened to be on a TV show. But they capitalized on that, and then the Tony Hawk games got kind of weird for a little while.
Didn't they stop making them finally?
They didn't really stop making them.
The last one was the last one or something like that.
I want to say their last one kind of tried to go back to the roots of what it was, but still wasn't quite the same.
I used to love the make your own skater.
Yeah.
Build your own skater.
Yeah. All right, let's look at some more chat stuff. You should come to New Zealand. I would love to come to New Zealand. Get a convention there and tell the convention people to book me on a plane. I'll be there in a second. Another one that canceled on me. Another one that...
I think the death
failed.
of Ryan really
that
made it difficult for Bam.
Yeah, that took a toll out. I mean,
And I think, unfortunately, he hasn't recovered from that.
No, just
started drinking way too much.
Well, just years of abusing his body anyway.
Somebody asked how.
Oh, I wish I had the Masters of the Universe game on PS2. I do have a friend in Ireland though, who has sent me stuff in the past. So I should ask him if he has access to that. Have him send me one of those, and I'll pay for it. How is what? SRGE, Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. It's hard for me to say without sounding like I'm bagging on it, because I almost compare everything to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I like the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo a lot because it's also put on by my friends, by Nate. I don't know if you know Nate or not. Kinsey, Kinsey, I'm sure, and a few other people. And it's and as big as Seattle is, and as hyper video game focused as Seattle is, it's not all that big, and it is kind of I think there is a charity underwritten part of it. So it's like, it's not as big as it could be or should be, but it's also, it's like, what it is, it's what it's got. And it's...
Someone's asking...
Without saying the word, it is what it is. I like it, though. In fact, last year was awesome because half of the booths were art, like perler arts, paintings, and stuff like that. And then the other half were video game booths. So the people who brought video games to sell made a lot of money because there's only so many options for video game booths. But there's not a lot of booths. There are some panels. Last year was kind of cool because the panels, it was all on the same floor. So that you didn't have to go in another room to go to a panel. There was like the vendors, the free play arcade, and then in the back was the stage with the panels, and the microphone was on the loudspeaker in the whole place. So whether you're watching the panel or not, you could still hear the panel, and it's all local people. So it's all, like John Hancock and them. Metal Jesus is there.
Joe Witter, probably.
You know what's funny? I've never seen Joe Witter there. Reggie will be there. Reggie usually he wasn't there last time because he was coming back from visiting his mom's house or something like that. He was somewhere else. He was in Oregon, I think. But no, it was
and I personally like.
You go there for the people. With every convention, you go there for the people, and you happen to find some video games.
Portland seemed a little too.
Portland is very busy.
Chaotic.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
17, 18, 19, 20. So, I mean, to answer your question, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it would be worth it for you, Robbie, to come to Seattle for the expo. I wish you could. I wish you would. But you probably... it's almost like you probably wouldn't benefit from it, if that makes sense.
Where's Robbie
from? He's in Canada.
Yeah, but...
And not Vancouver. Not convenient Canada. He's in Canada... But not the convenient part of Canada where it's just like, oh, I'm in Vancouver, I'll just drive across the bridge. And
well, but the good thing with going to the SRGE is then you can also be a tourist. And there's some amazing things in Seattle.
Oh, I'm sure he's been to Seattle before. Assuming.
He says he's near Vancouver.
Are you? Maybe you're a little bit more north than I thought. Or maybe you're not as north as I thought. I looked at a map once, I think. I mean, you told me where you lived once. I already forgot where it was. But, you know. But then it's also like, you know, that'd be like me saying, hey, is it worth it for me to come to the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo when I'm not actively collecting or looking for anything? It's like, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. I'd love to check it out, but, you know, it's like I spent a whole lot of money to come here, and got nothing to show for it.
I miss Canada.
I haven't been to Canada in a long, long time.
There is an amazing mall there, and the best ramen I've ever had in my entire life.
The best?
Yeah, seriously, it was the best. And I just love Canada. A lot. I'd move to Canada.
Yep.
If they would let me. I would totally move there.
Wood lives in Canada, so...
I would get all the Kinder Eggs.
They let Wood in Canada. They should probably let us in Canada.
The West Edmonton Mall? Maybe. I think that might be what it's called. Does it have a ginormous grocery, like, Asian grocery in the bottom?
Yeah, if you want an Asian... Seattle has an Asian grocery store, too. You can just go there.
Yeah, but, I mean, this was huge. It was like 2 Uejimayas in a mall.
Oh.
And there was
Well,
the Hello Kitty store.
Oh, there we go.
And awesome ramen.
I'm having problems with this cart now.
And a really good movie theater. It was just a lot of fun. And I want to say that was the place that had my first virtual reality gaming experience. Way back in the day, where there was like a screen or whatever, and you stood in this circle and you could kick, and your character would kick.
Oh, I remember
playing that game. And I kicked so hard my shoe flew off.
Nice.
So, I liked it. Ryan wants to know if you ever make the Stranger Things hack.
Oh, I never finished it, dude. I started working on something else. I did something else for someone else, and then I started doing something else, and then now I'm doing this, and you know, Stranger Things 2 was coming out soon now already. Oh, damn it. I keep messing up on this one. I need to just get my desoldering gun.
Somebody says Wood has dashing good looks.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess I don't see it.
Burn.
No, that's... No.
Well, you've also never met him. You know, he's just some
I've
dude.
seen pictures.
No, that's true.
So.
Yeah. No, what's cool.
But then again, I
dig him.
think you're cute, so...
Well, that ought to tell you something.
Muramas is on here.
Yay!
Sorry.
My wife got really excited for you.
I know.
I'm usually the guy who gets excited. I'm usually the guy who gets excited when I see Muramasa pop in.
Okay, this guy needs to go, finally. I'm done with this.
Oh, what's he doing?
Bye.
I just broke the pin off this. Why, what's he doing? What'd he do? What'd he say?
Oh, he was just a dumb person, just in general.
I'm trying to focus. You focus. I'm trying.
How many video uploads a week do you aim for? There was a while there where he was making a video every day.
Yeah, there was one. I watch a couple of channels on YouTube, growth and development and stuff like that. And one of the channels I did was like, oh, we're at a point now where it's like, man, like, because it used to be like you want to do like once a week or twice a week, and now there's like, oh, more is more. So I actually did, just to experiment, I did one video a day, whether it was a game review or just a vlog of me saying, wow, I played this game, it was cool. And most of them were just me saying, wow, this game is cool, because it involves less editing, of course. And I didn't see any growth. I didn't see any more improvement doing that than doing what I was already doing.
Did you get some water?
No, I got my pop in front of me. I'm just choking up over it.
Oh.
It was a sad time in my life.
Yeah, break your heart.
It broke my heart.
There's a person with a very awesome name.
Is it John Riggs?
No, it says Machin. Probably completely...
Oh, yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Machin. Yep.
Machin?
Machin? I know that I know the name from... It's the one who plays
Peaks.
Shelly from Twin Peaks. That's right. Her real name is Matchkin or something like that. Where are they going with that? Oh, so I really don't have an aim for how many videos I do. I want to stick with like one, with the exception of being live or live streaming. I want to stick with one video a day, but I try to do, depending on what I'm working on, I usually have enough capacity for, and the type of videos I do don't involve a whole lot of editing. Videos that take a lot of editing, like that's why it's one of the reasons why Metal Jesus only does 2 videos a week.
Well, it really depends, because sometimes you'll be recording and I won't know, so I'll call for you, or Jerem will ask for you, or the girls are up, and so a lot of times you have to stop and recording and all that fun stuff.
So, and then the type of video editing I do is I really just delete the pauses, where it's just like I do stutter or stumble on my words all the time, which is funny because I've been a radio DJ for the last 15 years. Funny, I don't know how I got that job. But like I'll chop that out and just condense it, and then I'll take out all the weird pauses, or I'll leave some of them in there just to prove that I'm still a human. But
I think there are some benefits of going to somebody's asking about broadcasting school. I think there's some benefits, but a lot of times what you're working with at the school compared to what you're working with at an actual station.
Yeah.
It's so much better at the school.
Because the school has, like, the college...
The funding,
That's why whenever you hear, like... And it took me a while, it took me going to, like, college to realize, because I would be like, they discovered the cure for whatever weird disease at the University of Washington. I'm like, at the college and not at a doctor's office? And I'm like, because that's where all the funding is. That's where all the money is. All the money's in the school. So then you go to the school and you're working with state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line everything, and the microphones are on point and crisp. And then you work at a real job with the same equipment they've had for 20 years, and there's no budget to get a replacement.
And the engineer's gone.
And the engineer's drinking at the cafe. It just goes on and on. So there is a benefit. I would recommend it, but they really don't have. They don't have broadcast school anymore. At least in my town, I went to radio. We had a radio broadcasting class that I took. And they don't, and now it's condensed to like multimedia. So now it's like a little bit of radio, a little bit of TV, a little bit of like animation, a lot of digital like elements. So it's pretty weird. I have 3 boards left. I need to unsolder those ones though. And
You really answer the question. I mean, in all honesty, yes, the broadcasting school does help. It kind of teaches you how to read aloud and such.
Yeah, it's all practice.
But it's
Give you an appreciation.
It's definitely almost more important to get a real feel of what it is.
Yeah, just hands-on. Get thrown into the lion's den and just go for it,
Somebody keeps saying that the stream is buffering.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I need intranet. What's up?
14.
Yikes.
12 months? Yikes.
And that also would have been your first year's salary. It's $14K for 12 months after getting a job in radio. So, yeah, literally my first salary job in radio was, I was literally seeing more money working part-time. That's how low, but I was also getting benefits, so that was good enough for me.
There's somebody from the Ukraine.
The Ukraine, that's awesome. So, I'm in radio, so I'm not supposed to say, it's a dying breed, radio. Yeah. Just like newspaper. There's always going to be a place for radio. I mean, they said radio is dying when cassettes came out, when CDs came out, when MP3s came out, radio's dead. It's like, no, it's still around. And all the statistics and studies still show that people hear songs for the first time on the radio, because if you know what you're listening for, like on, and Pandora is a big issue with us. But if you're like, I always love listening to this song, you have no opportunity to hear new music. I need sleep. See you, man.
Night, Krillin.
Alright, I'm going to make... I'm at least going to get these... I need to plug in my desoldering gun, because I messed up on those two boards. And then I need to...
I think what it comes down to is a lot of these kids get out of school, and they assume, because they went to school for it, that they're going to get a high pay.
Right.
And unfortunately, unless, like, for some reason you suddenly get, you know, noticed or whatever, it's going to be not very much. Good night, Rick.
See you, dude.
Or I guess he's going to work.
Oh.
So, have a good day.
So, good morning. Ba-ding. I have some more EPROMs of that board type I need. I think I'll put them over here. I'll make a few more here. Yosh. Not those ones. Probably these ones.
Well, also, what time is it? You need to keep an eye on the time.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, it's 10:30.
Already? Holy schmoly. Alright. Well, I'll finish at least these ones and we'll call it good for now.
Ah. Don't use your
Joe,
teeth.
what's up, man? Still working on these games. For charity. I have to keep telling myself that. Because it's like, oh, this part's bent. They'll never come out of there. Plug that back in place. Oop. That's more better.
Oh, don't use your teeth, please.
I can't on that one because it's bent. Dude. Here we go. That's a little pin that keeps them in place. Alright, 1, 2, 3... No, those are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I never get how people can stay up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
2.
But then I remember, oh yeah, if I'm reading a book, I usually can.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I don't read books because reading. But I fall asleep playing video games. But if I'm reading a book, like an autobiography or something like that, I do like autobiographies. Then I'll stay awake. But like playing, I usually play my DS before bed every night to kind of clear my mind on all the day's thoughts, and I can go to sleep pretty quickly. But yeah, I end up just falling asleep playing Phoenix Wright or something.
Oh, what part of the UK, Liam, are you from?
Ah, that's another one that didn't work.
Audiobooks while playing video games. Yeah, that'll keep you awake.
There you go. That'll work.
Manchester. Nice.
Too funny.
Yeah, somebody from Manchester. Yeah.
Staying up early to watch American Gladiators. Wow. I used to have, there's a time in the 90s where I had a paper route. So I would deliver the newspapers and then come home. And then it would be like just early enough for like Saturday morning cartoons kind of start, like the good ones, at least the decent ones were like 7:30, 8 o'clock. But like 5:30 in the morning, they started showing like the weird cartoons, like the classic, like Tennessee Tuxedo and all that. I am getting the Switch. It's pre-ordered, already paid for.
He has asked that like 20 times.
Oh, did he? Oh, well. Yep, I'm getting one. There's your answer. No games pre-ordered. I will get the games when it comes out. As much as everybody's hating on it, I totally want to get 1-2 Switch. because my kids were going to love it. And maybe Bomberman. We'll see.
I remember the snorks.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Were they called snorkels or the snorks?
Snorks.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Come along with the snorks or whatever. Maybe it's snork along with the snorks. It was like the underwater Smurfs, basically.
Do you remember, I don't remember what they were called or if there was even a show, but the, like, nose things where you would squeeze it and the, like, the nose part would go, like, whatever.
Like the nozzles or noozles or...
I don't think they were called that. Nosy bears? Maybe I'm wrong. What was it called? The nosy bears?
I want to say they're just called, like, the noozles. You could look it up. You got the computer in front of you.
Well,
just waiting for this thing to click over. There it goes. Waiting for that little ding sound. I was watching Rerez play that Words with Friends games a little bit today. That was good. Kind of fun. It's a Screenwave Media made game, right? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
What year did they come out, the bear things?
Had to have been mid-80s.
Yeah.
Like 80, 87, 88. I don't think it was early 80s. I would say it was like mid-80s. Mid to later 80s. On those ones anyway.
I think it was Hasbro, right?
It wasn't Disney. It was probably like a Hasbro or Mattel or...
But they were like these bears, those plush bears, where you would squeeze them, and then like the nose would have something in it, and it would move around.
There was an air mechanism in the belly, and then the nose was transparent, so you could see the nose, and it'd be like popcorn bear or whatever.
Right.
And then like so it looked like a little popcorn. It was like the popcorn would fly around or gumballs or whatever.
Good night, Ryan.
Oh, I love Guts. I had a friend in high school. She's still a friend today. I had a friend in high school. No. Oh. I had a friend in high school who to me looked just like Mo, the judge? What would you call that? Referee. She looked just like Mo, except for she didn't have a British accent. The aggro crag. That looked like I wanted to play that, but I didn't want to play that. It's like I don't want to compete in that. I just wanted to jump on the little. I just wanted to do the little bungee ball toss and stuff like that. I mean, all of those shows from Nickelodeon back in those days, like the Legends of the Hidden Temple, like Guts.
I loved that.
Legends of the Hidden Temple was great.
I mean, Double Dare too.
All of those, with the exception of maybe Double Dare, like later Double Dare for sure. All of those were just nothing more than a huge infomercial to go to their studios. Because it was all promoting the Nickelodeon studios. It's like, hey, bring the whole family and come here, and you might be on TV, and you might be on a game show.
I did not know that.
No, you can't do that on television. Is the best skit comedy show ever. Better than SNL. Better than Upright Citizens Brigade. Better than.
What about All That?
Better than All That.
Really?
Yeah, you can't do that on television. Ooh, that's where Green Slime came from. And where Alanis Morissette came from. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Nosy Bears. I loved Blips. Was it Blips Arcade? What was the arcade thing?
Oh, where they had to sit like on a thingamajigger?
Well, no, I mean like you can't do that on television.
Then, what was the show that it was like you would play a video game?
Nick Arcade?
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Probably.
Where like the final Nick Arcade, where the final challenge was just was just like them on a green screen and them trying to grab like imaginary objects and like get hit by imaginary fireballs or something, and they were always so confused on what to do. They're like, no, go, go. That was so funny. I couldn't have done it myself anyway, though. Nick Arcade, because I was like, just, you know, it's right above you, and they'll be like, ugh. And even the host was just like, bro, jump, jump, and they're like, yeah, Nick Arcade, and that was a little past my time. Like that was like when Nick Arcade came out. That was when I was in high school, so it wasn't really cool of me to watch Nickelodeon in high school because I was, you know, I was all grown, or not really, but I was still playing video. Why would I watch TV when I can play Super Nintendo? So, but I look back on it now, it's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It was cool for its time, and again, a huge infomercial to go to Nickelodeon Studios and pay a whole bunch of money. Pay a whole bunch of money to spend a whole bunch of money. That's usually what it comes down to.
Now, if you could go on to any of the old Nickelodeon shows, what show would you choose? I know I would choose Double Dare, because I wanted to go on that pie slide so badly.
Oh, the pie slide. Yeah, that looks good. I would say Legends of the Hidden Temple, but I wouldn't be able to fit through most of those like tunnels and stuff that they'd have to crawl through.
Well, let's say like you were a kid.
I liked Funhouse, where you had to like destroy the bedroom to find a pack of gum or something. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the shopping cart thing. That would have been awesome to do.
The shopping cart.
Yeah, like the
supermarket sweep.
Yeah, that thing.
Or, yeah. They always go for the big hams, and then they go for the caviar. And I was like laughing because I was like, why do you go for the hams? But then like when you're actually an adult and you're actually shopping and you see how much ham costs, you're like, damn, this is $50 for this. just want some ham, you know.
No, I would have loved doing the toy run too. Oh
yeah.
my god, that would have been amazing.
Dude, where I grew up in Yakima, Washington, and one of our main JD Roth was one of the first adults who liked video games that spoke to kids in that way. But growing up in Yakima, one of our main cartoon stations, one of my main TV stations for cartoons, was out of Seattle, Washington, where they have Toys R Us and they have Chuck E. Cheese. So we used to get commercials for those all the time, and Yakima didn't get a Toys R Us until I turned 17 or 18, which was way too late. It was fine, because then video games came out then. So, no, I was 19, because it was when the Sega CD came out. So we didn't, Yakima didn't get a Toys R Us until I was 19 years old. But growing up, watching cartoons, and then you see oh, here's the contest winner who got the 5-minute shopping spree at Toys R Us, and you see them going up and down the halls, you know, the aisles, you know, grabbing all the Transformers action figures, and it's like, oh, the jealousy.
That would have been
like, God, tease me like that.
See, and as a kid, I would have totally been all the plushies, every Barbie. I wouldn't have even thought to go for the most expensive stuff, because...
The weirdest one was Video Power, which was the video game one during the NES era. Where the contest winner had to grab the Nintendo games and Velcro, put them on the Velcro on their bodysuit. I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. They're like, oh, put it on your thing. Oh, you dropped Wizards and Warriors. Got to put Wizards and Warriors back on your leg or something.
Classic concentration. I don't know if I've...
I like classic concentration because I like that style of puzzle.
Do you remember on HBO there was the Brain Games?
I love Brain Games.
And it would be like in between watching a movie or whatever.
Well, because HBO...
Brain Games.
Because it was a paid-for channel, they didn't have commercials.
Yeah. So,
yeah, they would show, you know, little quick puzzles and stuff. That was a lot of fun.
I used to love that, too.
Yeah, I like Brain Games.
And I'm trying to think of all the fun stuff that...
Cockabooty?
Yes, totally, John.
That's my favorite.
See, as an adult, I would be like, you know, TV, game system, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you don't even think... I'm sure nowadays, kids would be like, iPad.
Yeah. I'd be like, cash register, cash register, cash register. Like, you said anything in the store.
Oh, I used to love Babar, too.
Babar?
Uh-huh, from HBO.
Oh, jeez.
Do you remember the fairy tales that used to be on that?
No.
Come, da 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 da.
I mean, maybe, but...
For fairy tales, magical kingdoms in the sun.
Well, you surely remember it.
Come along.
My goodness. You remember it far more than you should.
I freaking loved that show, and I don't even know what it's called. Oh, Muppet Babies, yes.
I wonder what Johnny Arcade's up to anymore anyway, like you said. I bet he'd do conventions if we reach out to him. We should find him. That dude who does Nick Arcade was at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo.
Fraggle Rock was awesome too.
Yep. I was in the I was in the tribute to Wood video, the tribute to the Retro Liberty video. I was there.
Do you remember today's special on Nick?
I do. I remember today's special. I didn't watch it much, but I do remember it. I remember it because my sister watched it, and my sister was that age to watch shows like that on Nickelodeon. So she would watch today's special. She would watch Eureka's Castle.
Oh my god, I loved Eureka's Castle.
Yeah. You did, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry I brought that up.
Oh, do you remember, oh my god, what was it called?
The Tomorrow People.
No, well yeah, that too.
That's what I was going to say. I thought you were going to bring that up first.
No,
You've talked about that before.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah Island. Yeah, oh yeah.
Come and let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah's Island.
Wasn't it like a polywog?
Yeah. Named Binya Binya, right?
Binya Binya?
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds right.
Oh, and I remember that elephant show, too.
Oh, yeah, the Sharon Lewis and Bram elephant show. That was another one I watched because it was... No, I babysat my niece and nephew at the time, and they watched it, and I don't know if they liked it or not, but it was on. So every time I went over there, it seemed to have been on because vicarious the nature of what they were watching. If only kids could talk. You're just like, I don't want to watch this show anymore.
Yeah, I love Salute Your Shorts and Hey Dude. And Pete and Pete.
The Adventures of... Yeah, the other...
Clarissa Explains It All.
The other Pete from Pete and Pete was like on every Nickelodeon show for like his whole childhood. I felt bad for him. He was like, I'm sure his parents put him through it too. Like the vicarious...
What was the other one? Babe, what was the other one?
Salute Your Shorts?
No.
Camp Candy?
Yeah, that too though, but no.
A Nickelodeon
Clarissa,
show?
No, the Secret World of Alex Mack.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Secret World of Alex Mack.
I loved that too.
That's right. Hey Dude. You mentioned that one. Rocko's Modern Life, which to this day, Rocko's Modern Life, better than SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm telling you. Yes, it is.
And then there was the thing that was liked, kind of like Saved by the Bell. But it was like California Dreams or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was that? It was, California Dreamin'.
Something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't Degrassi, but...
I can't remember the
name.
I loved that, too. Oh my god, yes! Are You Afraid of the Dark? I loved that one.
Hold on.
Yeah, California Dreams.
What's your favorite horror movie? Oh, I don't... You know... Like, I like horror movies, but they're not my favorite. But I like a lot of the Korean ones.
I was gonna say the Korean ones.
The Korean.
The Japanese
I mean,
ones.
I like thriller type movies, but Korean horror movies are awesome. They always have that weird spin on them that I never expect, but I can never predict American movies. So.
Okay, now no one will know this show, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Oh, they'll know it. They'll know it. They're retro.
In the 90s on Nickelodeon, there was The Tomorrow People. It was a British show that they brought. Was
it British?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was totally British.
Horror movies, yes. I like horror movies. Not horror movies. How about a horror movie?
The horror.
Called One Whore's Open Sleigh.
Oh my God, Slay spelled Slay.
AY. Yep.
Yeah.
The Christmas. The slutty Christmas horror movie called One Whore's Open Sleigh. Just walking around with this
Somebody does remember the Tomorrow People.
This candy cane sickle.
I'm so glad.
This candy cane. She has a candy cane scythe. Jesus. It's like a stripper pole, but it's candy cane. She's killing people with it. One Whore's Open Sleigh. We gotta make this movie now.
Oh my God, Sean. Or she throws like hot chocolate on people and melts their skin.
It's like acid.
Yeah.
Like acid hot chocolate.
How else can we make it? It's
I
like,
don't know.
Open up this present, and it's like the head of like a loved one.
Pumpkinheads.
Deck the halls.
Shaving Private and okay, there you go. Jingle balls. I liked not just because of the song. The song aside, I liked Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, the TV show.
Yeah, Jason, I did watch the new Tomorrow People.
Not the same.
It's not. I freaking loved the 90s cheesy version.
Sleepaway Camp. Oh, I saw Sleepaway Camp. That was good. I liked, my friends and I would watch all the weird horror movies that they had. We had like a local video store that had all the weird stuff. Like we had a Blockbuster also, but we had like the locally owned video store that had and they had a huge horror selection. And one of them, it's free to watch. Someone uploaded the whole movie on YouTube.
The Wild Thornberries, that was also good.
Oh, there you go.
Planet.
But it's called Microwave Massacre. And those are the kind of horror movies I liked, which is just like lame,
cheesy one.
Lame gore for the sake of. I mean, it's just like they bought a veal cutlet at the grocery store. That's what they're eating. But yeah, Sleepaway Camp was great. Slumber Party Massacre sounds familiar. I think I saw that.
Oh, what was the one?
Yeah, Microwave Massacre, and like anything that's like the car eats people or stuff like that too. That's always fun.
Remember that Low one with the demon or whatever that you friggin' hated?
Oh, probably.
It was on Netflix. It was called Low, L-O, something like that.
Probably.
Who knows?
I don't remember.
Punky Brewster. Oh man, don't even get me started on Punky
We have the
Brewster.
DVDs.
Yes,
we actually
we
bought
do.
the DVDs for that. The Jets Were the Singers on Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego. Cool. I'm going to turn this computer off here. I'm all done with my EPROMs.
I was legit scared of sometimes they come back, but I watched it when I was a little kid.
Yeah. Probably not nearly as scary. I was legit scared of what was that movie called? Like Troll, that girl who has like the ring. I don't know. And I tried watching a clip of it like the other day because like I didn't even want to see it again forever. And I watched a clip of it the other day. I was like, oh, this is cheesy.
Every time you do that, it's moving.
I know. I gotta unplug it though because I need to put this back under the table.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, loved that too.
A classic. I have a friend. I'll show you. I haven't had a chance to wear them yet, but I have a friend who works at Netflix. Name drop. Or job.
Such a dark.
Job drop. I have a friend who works at Netflix, and they get promotional items sometimes. So when the new Pee Wee Herman movie came out on Netflix, he sent me these. They're Pee Wee Herman socks, and they have like the bow tie on them. So yay, Pee Wee Herman socks, and they say Netflix on the back. So haven't even taken them out of the package yet, but I'll wear them for some reason with sandals. He also gave me a Stranger Things poster that I haven't even opened up yet, but it's an exclusive. They didn't do anything with it. It's like, oh, here's a Stranger Things poster, and it's like an art piece that was never released. Like it's not on any print or posters or anything. It's like they made it for the poster, and they never ended up making the poster. So kind of a one of a kind thing. I gotta open that up and post it on Reddit. As like, hey, look at this cool thing that I have that you don't. Like Reddit. I still had one of these here the whole time. No wonder. I had one left. What do we got?
It's fun talking about nostalgic stuff.
I'm new to this channel. Well, thanks for stopping by, man.
It says 1995. I wonder if they were born in 95 then.
Yep.
95 liner.
That was my graduating year of high school. If I graduated.
You can't remember.
Yeah, if I graduated.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Nah. My doctor told me to drop out of high school.
Your doctor, and by doctor you mean you yourself.
Yes, and when I say doctor, I meant Doctor PlayStation 1 release, and Nintendo 64 told me to drop out. I'm just gonna pop these just so it doesn't move. Oop.
I'm sorry.
Bloop. Yeah. Talk about game hacks that I made that I never completed is after the news got out, I made a Dr. Mario hack, but you played as Bill Cosby throwing pills. So it's like Dr. Cosby, but he's throwing, Bill Cosby's throwing pills because it's Bill Cosby, and yeah. So there's that. Anyway, he raped a bunch of people. That's how that goes. That didn't go anywhere. I started to, and I got as far as like turning Mario into Bill, and he looks just like Bill Cosby as far as I was concerned. But I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do anything with this. I'll just turn it off. I'll just stop. Move on to whatever my next project was at the time. Korean. What does it say, Michelle?
I'm not sure.
안녕하세요.
That's not what they're saying.
They're saying 감사합니다.
No, they're not, John.
Okay, then I don't know what they're saying.
It'd be nice if there was
I don't even know what board. SE-ROM maybe. Oh, that would be cool. They should have an automatic translate.
That would be amazing.
Like the Google Translate. And it's YouTube. You'd figure they would, because YouTube and Google are one of the same.
Well, and then that way it opens itself up to anybody,
Right.
There wouldn't be a language.
Right, and you could even reply to them in English and it would show up in their language.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Of course, there would be the fake stuff.
Hi, my monk. I have to look. I'm looking like my camera's here, and then my text thing is over there, so I can't see the messages until I look over here. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we're actually going to turn this off here pretty soon. I just wanted to get a couple of these things done, and I got all of them done. Oh, I better unplug these, huh?
Yeah, so you don't die or something.
Yeah.
So nothing catches on fire.
That would be good.
11 o'clock.
I know. That's why I'm going to wrap things up here. We got to get to bed. In your head. Look at that thing going here. I'll just unplug.
Only level 1 says, John, I've been meaning to ask you what homebrews and hack should I include in my series?
Oh, yeah.
What is the hardest hack you can think of?
No, not the hardest hack.
Just joking.
It might not be a bad idea to, like, after you do all the Nintendo games anyway, if you had a couple of, because you can end with because there's Super Nintendo, there's Famicom for the Japanese games. A lot of games to choose from. But there's some cool like I don't know, maybe like any of the popular Nintendo hacks. Like Super Mario 3 Mix is fantastic. It's my favorite. But like Mario 3 Mix would be a good one. The first level is fun. There's like some Castlevania hacks that are pretty notable as well. But that might be a good idea.
Robert says, "Hi, I love your channel."
Oh, dude. Well, thanks. Thank you. And
somebody just wrote songs.
Oh, dude, it's not just your internet. It's my thing also. Oh yeah, air sliding. Oh, dude. Nathan. Muramasa, help me out. What is it? It's Rock Band.
Hi, Joel.
It's the one that just came out a little bit ago. CX. Yes, Rock Band CX or Mega Man CX. That would be a good one to hack, or that would be a good one to beat the first level of also, because that's awesome. But yeah, air sliding. That's just weird. That's just silly. There's a bunch of homebrews out there too. Yeah, like D-Pad Hero, like I remember the dating game Studs.
See, and I liked Single Out.
Yeah, Singled Out was awesome. Had Chris Hardwick. But I remember Studs also, and the host was not very much so a stud.
See, and Chris Hardwick was pretty.
He was a teenager or something at the time.
Probably.
Yes. I'm buying a Switch. I already bought a Switch. I'm just waiting for it to come out now. Hello.
Oh my gosh, Love Line, I remember that too. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Which one?
Because it was Love Line.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch Love Line.
Because it was risque.
Yeah.
Slightly, whatever. Sheltered, I guess.
That's alright. Thanks, I wrote them all down. We'll be covering all Famicom, other regions, and license eventually. Yeah, perfect, dude. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot out there. For.
It was to my mom. It was risque.
For something.
Now, do you remember the show? I can't remember what it was called.
At least the translated ones.
You had to be in a dark room to try and date somebody you couldn't see.
Oh yeah, the blind dating or dark dating or something.
Dating in the Dark, was that what
Dating
it was
in the Dark, maybe? That sounds right.
Oh my god, I would watch
Yeah, and then they turn on the light, and
show.
they're like, oh yeah, that's...
And then it's like, oh, you can choose to,
but
actually say hi to them.
And it's always like, pour the wine.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Do you remember? I need to find
Dating in the Dark, that's right. Okay. Love Connection, that's a classic right there. That's retro right there. Love Connection, that's the old-fashioned one.
I used to love all that kind of stuff.
I watched it because it was on, and that's the options we had.
Why did we watch it together? I wonder.
Dating in the Dark?
Yeah.
I think it was during a time where we would watch stuff together.
Yeah.
Remember when we actually spent time together, with each other?
Remember when we liked each other?
Yeah.
Back in the...
Wow, how long ago was that? That was like...
Forever ago.
Well, it's because we would just, we had the DVR set, so we just, oh, that looks interesting. We would DVR everything. We'd watch, oh man, all the VH1, the... Rock of Love and
it was just Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love.
Daisy of Love.
Yeah.
I Love Money.
That's right. I Love New York.
Mary's a Millionaire or something like that.
Yeah, that one didn't last long.
Because the guy killed somebody.
The dude was a criminal, so he took the show off the air.
I miss those. I want to watch those again.
Dating in the Dark.
I loved just that.
Well, we dropped cable.
Bad television.
We have Hulu and Netflix, and we dropped our cable, and I don't miss it at all. In fact, the only time I ever turn on the TV is when I'm playing a game. So we're not, it's weird. The evolution of the television is now it's a thing in the back. Mark, what's up, man?
Well, we watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
I'm always wanting to watch Korean stuff. You don't want to watch it.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, Mark, it's out of frame, but I still have it. There it is. Ta-ching! That's from Mark.
What was the other show that we liked?
I'm sure Chris Hardwick has done a lot of other stuff, but just no one's ever heard of it.
At midnight we liked that.
I would love to come to the SoCal Expo.
History.
I'm even already on the West Coast. I just have to drive south. But I haven't gone because I haven't. I met one of the convention guys. I went by the guys for the SoCal Retro Expo in Portland. And I was like, dude, if you ever need someone to do a panel, or if you ever want me down there, let me know.
And they're like, oh.
And he was like, oh, I already know who you are. And he recognized me for the Metal Jesus channel, which is more often than not the case. But I guess Pat the NES punk does all the booking for the guests at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. And Pat doesn't know me that well. He knows who I am. The last time I saw him in Portland, he looked up, he was like, oh, hey, John. And I was like, that's my name. I loved Hollywood Squares. Jim J. Bullock was always... Oh, Shadow Stevens is an awesome name, by the way. He's not just a voice. But Shadow Stevens.
Your face.
Yeah, and Jim J. Bullock. And it was always Joan Rivers was center square. I was like, ugh.
See, and I watched it when it was Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
The match game.
Everyone liked your Kelly shirt. It was the highlight of the show.
What was the no whammies?
Oh,
Press Your Luck?
Press your luck. That's right.
Wow.
Big
How'd
bucks.
I figure that out?
Big bucks, no whammies. I don't have a special DJ name.
Blue, I guess.
My name is my name. It says John Riggs, or sometimes just Riggs. If I don't have much time to say my first name, if I don't have time to say one syllable, so it's Riggs. Here, how you feeling?
You used to be Blue though too.
No, I did. When I first started in radio, although my real name wasn't a secret, I had blue hair at the time. Back when I had hair, and my hair was dyed a cobalt blue, and so everyone just called me Blue.
Is that the radio I hear?
So, and my name was Blue in Yakima until I moved to another town. That's when I moved to Idaho Falls, and I was done coloring my hair, and I was losing my hair at the time then too. It was becoming thin, so I was like, well, I can't keep dyeing my hair blue. You know, I'm soon gonna be in my late. I was still in my early 20s. I was like, I'm gonna be in my late 20s, and I don't want to be 30 and still walk around with like blue hair anymore. You know, my blue hair thing was held over from college. So before I moved, I shaved my head for charity, and then when it grew back, I didn't color it blue ever again, or I shouldn't say ever again because I did it a couple of times later. But then when I moved to Idaho Falls, they said, "Well, what's your radio name? Because we're going to promote the fact that you're the new DJ and you're going to be at this club as a welcoming party, like to introduce yourself and whatever." And I didn't even have a radio name. I was just like, I didn't even think of one. It was like, I don't know, like John Riggs. And he was like, that's fine. I don't have a radio name. I understand why people do, but no, it's just like, you know, I'm all there is. That's all I got. I'm just some dude. This is it. This is the real me. Nothing special. Nothing fancy. I mean, I don't know about nothing special, but nothing. What you see is what you get. Think you're special. You do. You can see it in your eyes.
No, don't sing that song. You're so weird.
It's a solid name. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as it should. John or Riggs. Yeah.
It's not bad.
John Riggs. No, you get used to it after a while.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah, the Max. I did hear about it. I haven't seen. I think I saw a picture of it maybe. Oh, the Max on MTV. That was good. That was during a time when they had the Max. They had Liquid Television. Liquid Television was my favorite. I loved Liquid Television with Aeon Flux and all that.
I used to watch the Insomnia Theater on VH1. It would have all the music videos.
Oh, yeah.
Really late at night.
Yeah.
And then there was another...
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead was around that same time. Like when Beavis and Butthead first came out anyway. And they were like, oh, we can get away with more cartoons on MTV.
What was...
You know what I miss most about MTV though are like the things that would happen between commercials or like going in or out of commercials or between songs and stuff. That was just like the little like, you know, you're watching MTV, but it was like the scuzzy cab driver just talking about whatever, and I miss stuff like that. I should look that up.
Nope.
Yep. Create. Oh, I see it.
Or just remove.
Yep, that one's good.
Okay.
Creative Chloe. Creative name. What? I like that. Oh, I'm almost out of battery too.
YTV.
I remember YTV. That came on American television too for some reason. There was a YTV. There was Turkey TV, and wasn't Turkey TV? Isn't that Dave Coulier? Wasn't he on Turkey TV? Does that sound familiar at all, or am I just making that up? I could have swore before Full House, Dave Coulier was on Turkey TV.
From Korea.
Yay! Well, I can tell you have a Korean name.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. And 감사합니다. That's all I know. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Oh, in fact, we have some of your tea over here. Look at this.
John.
What?
No.
What do you mean no?
Just don't.
What do you mean no, don't? I don't even see it.
Just don't worry about it.
I have to worry about it. I don't see it anyway.
I used to love Full House. What was the other one? Perfect Strangers. Loved that. Loved Family Matters.
Yeah, it was back in the day where you could tell, you knew it was on primetime television by the day of the week. That's how encumbered television was to the American household. Cousin Larry.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I remember that show.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, it's... where are you from? Tell me where you're from, and I'll tell you how Yakima. I'll compare it to a city near you.
Was it the "You've Got Laughs from Coast to Coast to Make You Smile"?
The America's Funniest Home Videos song. There was, what was it? There was something with it. Oh, right now on stream. All right.
What?
He's asking me to look up the original. I have to mute this. I want to say I've heard it before, and I want to say that you're right. And I'm doing it. Hold on, dude.
America's.
Yeah.
Funniest.
America's fun. Good Lord.
Do you want me to do it?
Funniest home videos theme. Original theme. I need to plug this in because I'm almost out of battery.
This is 1990.
1998? Oh, really? Hold on, dude. I'm getting there. I don't know if it's the 1990 one. We'll see.
Oh.
That's,
I'm
okay.
getting it. Yeah.
It's not that one, though, is it? There's got to be a different one. Okay.
That's the one I thought was.
Oh, I've heard that. I mean, that's the song I remember. That's the song I know. No, okay, I'll show you one now.
Okay. What else?
All right. It was back during a time when TV shows had theme songs. I loved Mask. Mask was my favorite after I was done with Transformers. Mask was my favorite at the time.
Three's Company.
All right. This is the theme song to Three's Company. Before the theme song, and I don't know if this is gonna work or not. So this may actually not have anything. But it's the Three's Company's theme song, but there wasn't any words to it yet. So for the pilot episode, it was just some guy kind of going dooba dooba dee doo or something. And this is on YouTube. There it goes. I have an old a former he's kind of a coworker of mine. I mean, he works in the same company as I do, but then his side hustle is he writes for like Entertainment Weekly and stuff like that. And he was the one who told me about that. And I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's great. Dooba dooba dee doo. I missed a bunch of the chat. Sorry. If you chatted for a while there, yeah. I liked the America's Funniest People. I guess that was hosted by Dave Coulier. Convenient. It was Dave Coulier when Bob Saget was hosting America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
But the ones with Bob Saget were certainly the best ones. I don't like that other guy. Who's that guy that has like this stupid last name? Like the longest, weirdest last name ever, but he hosts a bunch of stuff and just looks like an idiot. Which is probably why he's perfect for the show. Whatever his name is. He also does like the Dancing with the Stars. Whoa, what the hell's going on there?
I will go ahead and... Okay, why is this being done?
Don Knotts. Just the name alone.
I'll just remove the...
Alright.
I don't think it was Tom Bergeron.
Yeah, there it is. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
I'm thinking
are you?
Tom Bergeron. That's right.
Tom Bergeron.
Yeah, I don't care for that dude. I mean, he's fine. I mean, he's a fine host, but just sometimes there's just like his job is to be a host, you know. So he does his job. That's what he does. Do I know about Korea? I do know about Korea.
Some of them.
I mean, I know where it is on a map. And I know what I'd love to visit there. And I know I have a bunch of Korean bootleg Nintendo games that I got for $5 each. That all have like 10 games on them each.
And you listen to K-pop sometimes.
And I listen to K-pop sometimes. I love EXO. I love Big Bang. Not Big Bang Theory.
Shiny.
We love Shiny.
Vix.
And Vix.
BTS.
BTS.
Otherwise known as Bangtan Boys.
Bangtan Boys. AKA.
Yeah. Super Junior.
Super Junior. Who else?
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. You're just making up words now.
No, I'm not. Do you know about Japan? We know stuff about Japan.
We love... Yes, I like Japan.
Glay.
We love Glay.
Morning Musume.
Morning Musume. Chage and Asuka.
AK-80, I think.
Ayumi Hamaskara. Start making up words. How about Sunrise Land? I loved that History of Japan YouTube video. I still watch that every once in a while. Why are you crying?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Your eyes are doing the anime glisteny.
What?
Okay,
No,
fine.
they're not.
Maybe they're not.
Yeah. AKB48. Alright. Arashi? Arashi?
I don't know. I don't even know who's popular. There was a time in my life where I loved Japanese culture. I imported all my games from Japan. Which is why I missed out on a lot of AAA titles for like PlayStation and 64 and stuff. Because I was too busy playing Japanese games.
He already gave you a shout out, and I'm going to block you if you keep spamming.
So then I was also into J-pop and stuff like that too. So I listened to a lot of that, and I watched my Japanese wrestling, Proresu. Loved my Japanese wrestling. In Seattle, there's a lot of Japanese people in Seattle.
Why is the radio on?
Probably because Jaren's listening to the radio. The radio is on. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Well, we should actually get to sleep.
Yep. All right. I'm done for now. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. I'll do more live streams eventually, so thank you for subbing if you're already subbed. Thank you for clicking the bell icon if you want to get first alerts on subs. Or first alerts on when we go live. I got some more videos coming out. Goodbye, thank you, and you'll see Retro Robbie in the chat. Everybody who is in the chat currently has to go to his channel and subscribe to him too. I'll wait. Go ahead.
There, I subscribed.
No, it's alright.
I even liked it.
I'm still waiting.
Look.
Subscribe to Retro Robbie.
Look.
I'll wait. I can't do another one until everyone's subscribed.
I liked. There you go.
Got a thumbs up? Okay. Alright. Alright, we're going to sign out. My phone's almost dead anyway, so I got to hit the button here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oyasuminasai.
Oyasuminasai. Kamasahamnida. Oh, I had to hit another button? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Oh, that's the cancel button. Hold on. How do I do this? I think last time my phone just died. Finish.
Did it finish?
No, I had to hit... My finger's not working. I have a faulty thumb. My thumb's all faulty. Are you going to end?